can't stand you.
Hi.
Anyway, welcome to the Cup, the Currently Unnamed podcast, where we put the tea in reality, usually, but you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy, Say Something Gay. Here today, I've got water, I've got coffee, what else is new? But I'm also drinking some coconut water.
Ooh.
My roommate brought it home, and I said, okay.
Water's underrated, actually.
I love it.
I am Anissa Long, also known as Sam DMV, also known as Sam Diamante Verde, your fellow friendly 5'3" trans non-binary Filipino-Canadian mentally unstable hot mess, hailing all the way from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Scarborough, if you want to be specific. And today, in my SpongeBob mug, I have Nescafe Gold coffee. Nescafe Gold espresso, with some French vanilla creamer.
Love.
And then I also have some bubbly pineapple sparkling water.
Bubbly sparkling water.
It's bubbly. Oh god.
Not
And then
this.
I also, thanks to Fun, please sponsor me. I have some pineapple dragon fruit green tea cold.
Yes. Absolutely yes.
Yeah.
I love that.
Because Fun has this like deal that has been going off since like before the holidays. On 1 cent bubble tea. So my brother got some from me.
I love that. Meanwhile, that would kill me because I'm allergic to pineapple.
Oh no.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, but it happens.
That's okay.
Yeah, love that. Well, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Croatia. We're here with yet another video on the road to Eurovision, also known as the Currently Unnamed Eurovision series that has a name now. We're talking about Dora 2023 for Croatia. We have 18 songs. Yeah, that.
I remember vocalizing. It might have gotten on to the recordings, but I know I have vocalized it before recording and after recording. But I remember always saying that I was super excited for Croatia, especially after I got into Eurovision, because I'm a recent Eurovision baby. My first like Eurovision watching live was 2021 with TikTok. So ever since I was always excited for Croatia.
Yeah, I also love Albania. Was sad when she didn't qualify when she should have. But nevertheless, yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I believe Dora is judged 50-50 jury and televote, I believe. The interesting thing as well is they chose 18, but then they also shortlisted 4 songs and like publicly announced what 4 songs they shortlisted, which I thought was really strange.
Okay.
I don't really know why they did it, but whatever. But we do have 18 songs to talk about today. As always, we'll give our rankings at the end. There are timestamps in the description if you don't want to hear us talk shit. I don't know. And with that being said, shall we dive in?
Let's get into it.
So we are going to go in alphabetical order, as we don't have any sort of running order yet for the final, which is taking place on our super Saturday, February 11th.
Yes.
Whoa, great. Whoa. So we're going to start with Barbara Munjas. The song is called Putem, snova, or Through Dreams, translated to English. What'd you think?
First thing I want to say, this video is something else.
The video is cool.
It's cool. It's chaotic. It almost gave me a bit of like, in terms of chaos ensuing, it kind of gave me a bit of like Calle de la Llorería.
Ooh, okay, sure. Yeah, I mean, I am a big fan of this.
I really like this too.
I liked it. The vibe is cool. Her vocal is really what sells it, and it's this like mysterious, sort of like
No,
exciting
yeah.
vibe. I liked
And in
it.
terms of like her voice and her aesthetic, I got a bit of like Bernardo as well.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That I also say that probably because I also miss Bernardo.
I was gonna say you are a big fan of the Bernardo.
I am a huge fan of Bernardo. But no, I really like this. It's all the jazzy vibes for me. The the backing vocals as well, and the way it was all blended together. I love the choices of melodies too, especially the chromatics of it all. Yeah. This definitely is like this. I feel like this is one that definitely like stands out from the rest in terms of like style.
Yeah, I'll say a lot of the songs feel like they're in the similar universe, and this really like stood out. There's been a lot of really cool, funky, mysterious jazz entries this year.
Yeah,
across all of the selections that we've looked at.
That's
I
very
really
much
like
up
that.
my alley per se, and I love that.
But yeah, I thought it was a really a nice way to start, honestly.
It was a good way to start.
Yeah. Let's move to Boris Štok. The song is Grijeh, or Sin, I believe it's translated to in English. This was fine.
Yeah. I like the music. The voice, he doesn't have a bad singing voice.
No.
It could use some work though. At least to impress me.
Sure. I said that the song sounded like, that really emotional, like sometimes breakup moment in like a 90s and early 2000s rom-com.
I kind of got that
like
too.
This would be the song that would be playing after the woman breaks up with the man.
In the rain?
In the rain, of course, in the rain. Or the snow or something.
Yeah.
And she's just like walking back to her apartment, like in a fit of like sadness and rage. And this song would be playing.
Yeah.
I don't know what the lyrics translate to necessarily, but that's kind of the vibe I was getting. And as I listened to it more and as I related it more to that, I started liking it a little bit more.
Yeah.
It was good. I'm not mad at this song in the slightest. It's not my favorite by any means, but it's
to me, yeah, it's not my favorite, but it's not like my least favorite.
Very, very much so that.
Yeah, I think some of it also has to do with kind of it just like I think it was mainly like his singing voice. He does have like a decent voice. It's just kind of not my cup of tea, It's very distinct that it's kind of hard to kind of sell it in a way.
Sure. No, I understand that for sure. So, boom. We're going to move next to Damir Kedžo. The song is Angels and Demons. Now, this is not the first time that Damir has competed. In fact, he won Dora 2020 with the song Divliji Jetre. Again, I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. But he did win Dora in 2020, and obviously, because of the world, Eurovision was canceled that year, and Croatia was one of the countries that decided not to bring him back for 2021, thus leading to Albina winning Dora 2021. But I will say I'm very, very happy to see him back. I really liked his song. The song he won with in 2020 was this like very emotional ballad situation.
I do remember that.
And I think he's come back with a much stronger song, in my personal opinion.
I agree.
I really like this.
I really, really like this. It's first of all, he's hot. I think he is hot.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
But no, it's the vibe of it all. I found that it's very well produced as well. It's hard to sell me in kind of an electronic, like in the electronics of it all, because usually I'm not so into like electronic synth kind of dance pop in a way. But I felt like that this was very well done. And not to mention, he has an amazing voice.
He's got a great voice. I love his lower register.
His lower
That's
register.
what I loved from his 2020 entry, especially because he utilized that very, very well.
Mm-hmm.
The beat was cool. I think this would be really cool to see staged.
I feel like this would be really cool to see live.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this. Of the entries, I think there's a lot of them that could win. I would really, in a very similar way to Ulrika. Oh, I'm back.
Yes.
I don't know what's happening. What I was saying, I would really love to see him get his time in the spotlight. And I think this is a very worthy song to do that with. So
yeah,
I would be excited to see him actually go to Eurovision this time.
Yeah, I think what really sells me in the song is all the ad-libbing he does, especially after the second chorus. Because I feel like the second pre-chorus is really where things build up and start to take this turn, and we get to see like everything that he is capable of up there.
Yeah.
Also, the key change was everything to me. I felt like this key change was well done.
I don't always love a key change, but this one was good.
This one was good.
Good for you, Damir. I wish you luck. I'm a big fan of this.
So am I.
Let's talk about Detour. The song is Master Blaster.
Okay. I'm kind of on the fence about this one.
I feel very similarly. I think it's a fun vocal.
It is. Sorry, go ahead.
No, my big comparison was that it sounded like a song from a Scooby-Doo movie.
Okay, so it's funny you say that, because I put Goosebumps theme meets Kickin' It theme, if you know the show Kickin' It.
I do.
And then there's a brass band added into it too.
Yeah, it gives all of those kind of vibes together. I don't know. I will say there was another song that afterwards I left it more confused than this one, and we'll talk about that one shortly. This song left me confused, but I was like, I think it's fine. It's
fine. I really like the vibe. Again, I love the music and the vocals are fun. It just didn't, to me, it didn't go a whole lot of places though.
I agree. That was my biggest critique, is like it felt very monotonous.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I felt with a lot of the songs.
A lot of these songs. Yeah, because like for this one, it was like at like a 90 or at 100 the entire time.
Yeah. Most definitely. But not like I would turn it off, but I wouldn't put it on.
That's kind of where I'm at with it too. Like if I wouldn't turn it off, but I wouldn't turn it on if it was my choice, kind of thing.
Totally. Let's move to Eni Jurišić. The song is Kreni, dalje, which I believe translates to move on in English. This was one of a few songs that kind of caught me off guard. I really like it. Yeah, so I think the singing of it all kind of really sold me, as well as in particularly the piano that was kind of incorporated. Like I really enjoyed the use of the piano. I like the music that's going on. I felt like, again, it picked up after, like in the second half. It picked up in the second half where you get to hear all this belting that she can do. It builds in this really beautiful way. Yeah. I said that it has almost like a 2000s R&B vibe, but with the vocals of someone like Hayley Williams from Paramore. Kinda. And then you add some like synths and 404s in there. Exactly. Oh, sorry, not 404s, 808s. Yeah, I like this blend of sounds. It intrigued me. Like I said, it caught me off guard a little bit.
It also caught me off guard.
But in a really positive way. Like I think it's a good song.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Not
perfectly
much else to say.
solid.
It's a good.
This was my pick for perfectly solid.
Yeah, I think I would agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's move to Hana Mašić. The song is Nesreća, which I believe translates to accident.
That is also what I got.
This is another song that caught me off guard, and I really like it.
I really like this one as well. Her vocals are beautiful.
The thing that caught me the most was this just beautiful gradual crescendo happening in the chorus.
Yep.
The strings. This was the first song that I turned on, and I was like, "Oh, we're in the Balkans." Hello, Balkans. Good to see ya.
Fair.
And I mean, we don't have a ton of Balkan countries this year competing.
We don't.
We lost 3 of them who decided not to return. So, you know, I really, really like this. And obviously we have a very Balkan entry coming from Albania with Albina Kelmendi. I genuinely forgot her name for a second. But I really, really liked this. It builds in this beautiful way over the course of the song, but it keeps this like gentle softness, but you still get like the power of her vocals. It all came together for me, and this really beautiful, very Eurovision, very Croatian entry that I really
no, I really love this. I thought it was very powerful. I feel like it has a lot of potential to do well with the staging and the live performance of it all. I really love the climax. These backing vocals are everything to me. This was very well done. I love this.
Yeah, it's incredibly good. And we're gonna stay on a high streak right now with Harmonija Disonance. The song is Nevera Lele. I didn't get a concrete translation. What I got was that Nevera translates to infidelity, and then Lele is lie. That's what I got.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, this is cool.
This is cool.
This is what like I come to Eurovision international selections to listen to. The chanting and the sort of traditional sound of this song mixed with like the electronic beat and all of that, like it in this modern beat, it's so cool.
And I'm sure, especially given that there's a group of them, it's going to translate pretty well live. Similar to how Duye translates.
I was going to say, it feels very Duye. It feels... Oh, that one Montenegrin entry that I can never remember his name.
Audio?
Yes, Audio. Thank you. Can never remember the name. I think it's going to translate very similarly to the way that Audio did.
Or like... I want to say Talise as well.
Sure. Okay, yeah, I would give that. Yeah. I was even thinking the Polish entry from a couple years ago with the grandmas. It didn't qualify. It didn't make it past the semis. I believe so, yeah. It didn't make it past the semis, but it gives me that sort of like energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah, no, this is amazing. I think I only had my literal one critique about it. I thought it could be a bit more dynamic in terms of like, you know, there could be like a time where like all the music stripped out, you get to just hear kind of this whole acapella moment. That's kind of what I had in my mind. It could be a bit more like there could be a moment where it's a bit more quieter kind of thing, and it's still very uniform.
What I think of immediately now is very similarly to the way that Stefania is set up.
Sure.
Where they like strip it back and then you get that a cappella moment and you get that sort of like chanting sort of moment.
And then you come in with the beats.
Yeah.
That would actually be really cute. That would be cute.
I agree. Yeah. But yeah, overall, a good song.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move to Krešo and Kisele Kiše. The song is Kime Kime. Again, sorry for pronunciations.
Which translates to whoa whoa.
Whoa! That's what I got.
Whoa.
What I really appreciated is in the music video, presumably Croatian Sign Language. That's at least what I thought it looked like.
That's what I thought it would look like as well.
That's absolutely cool if that is the case.
Mm-hmm.
And I really appreciate that. With that being said, I didn't love the song.
I didn't love the song. I didn't necessarily... I was confused with this music video as well. As much as I loved what was going on with the left side, with the man, I guess, doing Croatian Sign Language, it was confusing to me, because on the right side of this video, it's kind of this rock concert, and then you also have a news anchor.
Yeah, I don't know. The whole thing kind of felt like scream singing to me.
That's kind of what I got too.
This was another one that like started at 95% and never let up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I felt the same way about that too. And
I wanted to like this.
Yeah, and then it went down to a 40, literally at like the last 5 seconds, and it got quiet. And then that's how it ends.
Yeah.
But again, it's not my cup of tea, so.
Yeah, not my particular cup of tea either. So let's move to Let 3. The song is Mama. I don't know how those letters sound together.
I think that's what I got out of it too. Mama.
Mama. It sounds like it's supposed to be like an English like SCH, but with a like a. That's what it sounds like. I don't know. So? Again, sorry to the people of Croatia. We're butchering all of this.
We are.
This felt. Go ahead.
Way too much going on for me. This
felt like equal parts nursery rhyme and revolution anthem.
Yeah, and then the music kind of felt very chaotic. Like there was a certain like 10 seconds, say like in the pre-chorus or so, where it went to like 10 different worlds in 10 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, it was not my favorite.
It's not my favorite either. I think to me it could be like worked on a bit more, actually a lot more. I do enjoy kind of the chaos of it all. Like it felt a bit chaotic. But nah, so I had to take a breath after this one.
This is the one.
This is the one. It left me feeling a bit uneasy because there was so much going on.
Yeah. It's overwhelming for sure.
It's overwhelming for me.
Well, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Let's move to Maja Grgić. I looked up the pronunciation of that last name, and I hope it's right. The song is I Still Live. Now, this is the song that I left feeling incredibly confused. I said it sounded like one of those instrumental tracks that you hear on like a relaxation spa CD, but then she decided to put this like spoken word poem over it.
Yeah. Okay. This probably would have sounded better in Croatian. Maybe.
I feel like I agree with you.
And no offense. Actually, I know it kind of does sound offensive, but no, because I put like the first line in my notes. I died. I'm no longer alive. I'm here, but I still live.
Sure.
The video, I love kind of the cheesiness of it, whether that's what she was going for or not.
Uh-huh.
I said I wasn't a big fan of the lyrics. I enjoy the music that was kind of going on in it when you like take the vocals out. Not that the vocals are bad. It kind of gave me a bit of like Sarah McLachlan in a way.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it just doesn't I think what really kind of put me off about it just didn't go a whole lot of places, especially with the melodies.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just left confused and I was like, I don't know what this is supposed to be, but I don't want to know.
Fair.
Yeah. Let's talk about Martha May. The song is Distance. I really like this.
I like this too.
There's one part that I don't love, and it's in the chorus when she actually sings the word distance.
Yeah. I was gonna touch on that too. It's not an easy word to rhyme with, I guess, because it's distance, and then the next line ends in resistance, and I guess that's the rhyme.
Yeah, my specific thing was like every time she sings the word distance, it's a little sharp, and it doesn't really like it's like da 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 distance, and it goes this like really sharp thing, and I don't love that, and I feel like if she had done some sort of like riff on it where it's like da 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 distance, like I feel like that would fit a little bit better with the flow of the chorus.
Yeah.
Instead of this like weird sharp note.
Mm-hmm.
But I still really like it. It's a very personal song. She wrote this.
Yeah.
It's well sung. The music video was cute. Yeah, overall, I thought this was a really solid entry.
Yeah, I felt like this was a solid entry as well. Again, great voice, very well sung. I do like the songwriting of it all as well. I thought the video was cute. My two critiques about it. Wow, words.
I feel that.
I know that there was a moment in that song. I just felt like it could have been bigger.
Yeah, I will agree with that.
And then aside from that, the vocals also didn't like go a whole lot of places.
No, I mean she does a lot of her vocal exercising in the chorus.
Yeah,
I will agree the verses feel a little flat at times. Not vocally flat,
but energy wise, I guess.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Sorry, not energy wise. But like in terms of dynamics.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But overall, I liked it. Yeah. Next is Meri Andraković. The song is Bye Bye Blonde.
This video is so camp.
The video is so stupidly camp. I love it. I actually really like the song.
It's not bad by any means.
I think it's a cute little motif of like saying like bye bye blonde is like bye bye to like your former self. Like I think that's kind of cute.
Yeah, kind of thing.
I'm not mad at it. It was cool.
Yeah, it was cool. I know I've mentioned this like plenty of times in our Eurovision series, but I think it could use a bit less autotune because I feel like she does have like a good voice.
Yeah.
When you take the autotune out of it.
Sure.
Also, I felt like it didn't go a whole lot of places. It was missing that kind of punch. I didn't really get like a moment out of it.
I didn't really get a moment in a lot of these songs.
Fair.
Honestly.
Yeah. No, I feel similar to that too. I will say the music that was kind of backing the vocals, it gave me a bit of like Halo from Austria.
Okay.
From last year.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Sure.
But oh wait, sorry, looking at the wrong song. But Yeah, I think that's really all I have to say about that. Like I didn't write much about it.
I didn't either, but it's good. Whatever.
Yes.
We're gonna move to Patricia Gasparini. The song is "I Will Wait."
I feel like this song sounds better live.
I feel like this song needs a major revamp in order for me to understand everything that's happening.
Absolutely. Like it kind of,
Um,
in terms of like production, it kind of gave me similarly to Caitlin Giada, say like from Junior Eurovision in Albania's song, where it's
okay,
like not necessarily the best produced, but it's great live kind of thing.
sure.
That's kind of how I feel about this too. Because she has like a good voice, and it has the song itself has a lot of potential. I enjoy the songwriting of it all. Did it need a key
My
change?
no. Did it need that like discordant whatever note happened before the key change? No. It was
I
just
didn't
like
necessarily mind it though.
the like big random like mess of music right before the key change.
No, the key change itself. Like
Oh,
what
yeah, I
when
didn't.
she gets into the key change, I didn't necessarily like mind it. I just didn't think it was needed either.
Yeah, I think my biggest issue is a couple of the lyrics, especially in the pre-chorus, felt clunky.
Yeah,
It was like there were like weird pauses. And honestly, I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that this song was probably written in Croatian and translated to English.
probably.
So I'm not gonna like fault anything necessarily, but
I would like
it's
to hear this in Croatian though.
I think this would be much more successful in Croatian. Um but yeah, I thought like the music, the instrumental, I think could have been a lot better. It has lots of potential,
a
and
lot
I
of
think
potential.
she has a lovely voice.
She does.
And that's kind of where I left this
Yeah.
one.
I feel like that's kind of the one song I feel about. Like it has a lot of potential.
Is this my perfectly inoffensive? I think it might be.
It's not for me. No, I have a definite one that we're going to talk about.
Okay. I'm gonna give it to Patricia. I think it's good. It's I would like to hear other music from her.
Yeah,
That's kind of where I end up. But
sure.
yeah. Let's talk about Tajana Belina. The song is Dom.
Sorry, I'm biting off some dragon fruit.
Oh, you're good. Um,
I like this actually. I like
do
this.
you really?
I do, and I figured this is where we disagree.
Yeah, I had a couple of issues. I think it's a song that exists, obviously. I think for me the big thing is some of her notes and her lyrics fall off. Like she doesn't complete the note,
Oh, that's
and
fair.
I especially felt that way about her high notes. Her high notes had a bit of a struggle to them. Um, she was
Sure.
sharp in a studio recording. That's where I get a little concerned. I think the song is perfectly acceptable.
Yeah.
Um, I just wanted some of the notes to follow through. That would be my
That's
thing.
totally fair. Yeah, that's totally fair. I did notice a couple of those moments too, but I do like her voice overall though. I really enjoy the vibe of it all. I enjoy kind of the sync. I especially when you hear in like the first verse, I enjoyed the syncopated percussion coming in. Um, the video is super cute, where we get this kind of cartoon kind of thing. I don't
Yeah.
know. There are a couple of like moments. I know I can mark it in the video where it's like where they're sitting at the campfire and you see like the little speech bubbles with
Uh-huh.
signifying like all the different parts. Sorry, I just want to highlight that moment with the song because I didn't necessarily know how to feel about it.
Yeah. Is this the only song in both Croatian and English?
I think so.
I think so. And I don't know if I necessarily loved that it was in both languages.
That's fair. I didn't mind that part of it. I felt like the climax as well could have been bigger. Cause they climb up to what I thought was gonna be like the big note kind of thing, and then it didn't go there. And then they got there like towards the end of the song.
Yeah, not my favorite.
I still like it though.
Cool. I love that for you. It's nice that we have a disagreement every once in a while.
Yes.
Let's move to The Splitters. The song is Lost and Found. This was also not my favorite.
Also not my favorite.
I felt like the lead singer was flat. Again, in a studio version of the song. And it's just incredibly monotonous and repetitive, which are not things I enjoy.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna say the same thing. I felt like this wasn't kind of the right path to kind of sell your voice in, or approach. I feel like is a better word. I don't know. The song kind of had me bored. I kind of got bored through it. It could be just like a taste thing, but
then we have the same taste because I also got bored. Top of the Pops featuring Mario. I don't know how to say that because there's a number in his name. We're going to go with that. I don't care. The song is Putovanie, or A Journey. I went on a journey with this song.
That's fair. And I figured you would. I also figured we were also probably going to disagree on this as well, because I actually do like this.
I don't dislike it.
No, but I know that I liked this more than you do.
I agree.
Yes. No, I really love this. Again, it's the funk of it all, the vibe.
Yeah.
I love everything that's going on, like in the background music, and I don't mind the singing either. I think their voices actually sound good together, at least in the recording.
There were a few moments where they didn't blend very well for me personally, but I thought overall they sounded good together.
Yeah, for sure. The one thing really, and I think we're gonna talk about it. You're probably gonna touch on it too, but it's the speech, this spoken word moment that kind of really caught me off guard, and I don't necessarily know if I mean that in the best way. I don't know. I wasn't living for that.
I wasn't either.
I was like, okay.
I don't know.
Oh, and also I think this is another song that is also in Croatian and English.
Mainly I think you're right, actually.
Yeah, because the speech was in English.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This was fine.
I liked this nonetheless, aside from the speech.
Sure. Two more. We got to talk about Yogi.
Now, this is the part of the show where I give my award for perfectly inoffensive. So congratulations, Yogi. Yeah.
I'm going to be really honest. I think this is my least favorite song.
I wouldn't say that's the case for me. Because there are things that I do like. Also,
like
kind
what?
of like the chord. I really enjoyed the chords. The kind of the I don't know. It felt very jazzy. It felt very like I really enjoy like the chromatics of it all. Again, I know I mentioned that a lot in the past few videos. He also sounds like one of those artists that have been around for decades, and is still making music, almost similar to like a Paul McCartney kind of thing.
Sure.
At least that's what I get out of like him and his aesthetic. The video was all right. I wasn't I don't know how to feel about this kind of Latin beat switch up because I know it does that.
The mid song tempo change, I hated it.
I was
hated every moment of it. I was like, this is two songs pushed into the same recording.
Right. I'm not necessarily like mad at his voice either. I think he doesn't have a bad voice at all. It just didn't go a whole lot of places. Neither did the music, either in terms of like dynamics aside from the tempo change. Yeah, that's really like I'm kind of on the fence about it as well.
It was a mess for me, if I'm being honest. I didn't enjoy it.
That's fair.
But yeah. One more song. We've got Ždana, I believe is how you pronounce it. The song is Free Fallin'. This is great.
This is spectacular.
I immediately compared it to both Malena and Nare from Junior Eurovision.
Oh, sure.
My mind immediately went to Kami Kami and Dance. Like that's the sort of vibe I was getting. I really enjoy this. It's a very solid dance pop song. Great vocals. I think there's a great potential for staging with this as well.
For sure.
I really enjoyed all of this.
I also enjoyed all of this. This is very well produced. And she has an amazing voice. I had a vocalist in mind and I'm forgetting now. Excuse me. But I like how from the beginning of the song until like the second verse, it was this entire like build up, and then we get into the dance beats.
Yeah. It gave me, if we're gonna do like mainstream artists, it gave me a little bit of Nelly Furtado.
Sure, without the runs.
Sure.
Without the runs, it gives Nelly Furtado.
I meant more so like the vibe of Nelly Furtado's music.
Oh, sure.
But yeah, I like it.
I really
it's a good song.
This is very well done. The background vocals of it all as well. The run going into the second chorus was everything to me. Yeah. And then the bridge sorry, I know I'm going on a monologue about this, but
go for it.
The bridge being all vulnerable and kind of you just get to hear that vocal and it's all kind of quiet. And then it builds back up. I really love this.
Yeah. Well, we've come to the point in our program where we must discuss our scores.
Yes.
I think we're going to have very different lists.
Oh, I know it.
So, I'll go ahead and start, I guess. I haven't done that recently, so I will. I think we both did one honorable mention for the list. So my honorable mention is going to be Patricia Gasparini. I will wait. Because of the, potential of the song, her vocals. I actually found it really difficult to make a top 10, if I'm being honest. But, for the potential in the vocal, I'm going to give it to Patricia.
Yeah, I was very certain about, like, the songs that were going to be in my top 10. I just didn't know which order.
Sure.
But for my honorable mention, I'm going to give it to Master Blaster. Not by Stevie Wonder, by Detour.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'm going to be giving 1 point to Putovanie.
I figured, yeah. My 1 point, and for the same reasons that you said, I will wait.
Oh, good. Sure. My 2 points, I'm going to say purely for the nostalgia factor, is going to go to Grijeh.
Sure. My 2 points will be going to Distance.
Oh, good. Okay. Love it. My 3 points are going to be going to Putem snova, Barbara Munjas.
Sure. My 3 points will be going to Kreni dalje.
Okay. Interesting. This is interesting.
This is very interesting.
Okay. My 4 points are gonna go to Bye Bye Blonde.
Very interesting. Okay. You know, given your critiques, I get it.
Uh-huh.
My 4 points will be going to Dom.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. She's not on my list, but good for her.
Right.
I'm gonna be giving 5 points to Kreni, dalje.
Oh, that makes me happy. Sure. Yeah. My 5 points will be going to Putem.
Sure. All right, top 5. 6 points. I give 6 points to Distance.
Yeah.
I really like it.
It is like good. I do like it as well. My 6 points will be going to Putem snova.
Sure. I feel like we have the same songs, just in different order.
We definitely have this. Yeah, I'm sure we have the same top 4.
I think so.
Yeah. I don't know in what order, but I think we have the same top 4.
Yeah. With that being said, my 7 points are going to go to Nesreća.
We finally have one. Copy paste.
Yay! Okay, then I'm confident we have the same top 3.
Yes.
I'm confident.
Yes. I don't know what order, but
this might surprise you. My 8 points are going to Harmonija Disonance.
That's totally fair. I was actually back and forth between my 8 and 10. So my 8 points will be going to Free Falling.
All right. Yeah. That's fair. My 10 points are going to Damir Kedžo.
Yeah, that's totally fair. My 10 points will be going to Harmonija Disonance.
So we have the same.
We definitely have the same 3.
My 12 points are going to Ždana, Free Falling.
Yeah. And then my 12 points are going to Angels and Demons.
I love that. I'm here for it. I mean,
this is a strong top 4 that we both have. So
I would be very happy with any of my top 4 winning.
So would I.
I like Distance as well. I just don't know if it would qualify, but I like the song.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're back to agreeing but having different orders, and you know what, I'm cool with it.
We got there eventually.
We did. Well, that's that on that. I believe in the next recording we'll be back to a party of 3. I believe Lewis will be back for our next one. So
yes, Lewis should be back.
But in the meantime, go ahead and follow both of us. Subscribe to the podcast, like, comment, share, all of that kind of stuff. We are, almost like dead center in the middle of national selection season now. Like, we are in the thick of it. There is a lot more content coming out this week.
A lot. I think this is our 9th country that we're covering.
9th or 10th, I believe.
9th or 10th. I know we're past the 8th. Yeah. That's
this
crazy.
Might be number 10. I don't remember. But
we'll talk about it on camera. But
yeah. But with that being said,
goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Cheers.
TikTok, watch the days go.
I'm losing track of time.
Lost in your
plays. Don't overcomplicate now. We're in war zone. You're screaming, oh no, oh no, oh no.